Can you get both the featured 6-star and the basic 6-star at the same time? I'm going to find out. How's it going, everybody? robvonshoe here. It's the Archangel featured 6-star arena. Now, I'm going to be going for a dupe on this guy, which is a top 100. Cutoff was well into the 100 millions, and that is just getting started for the featured 6-star arena. How do you survive a grind like this, and what is it that you got to do to get that top spot? We're going to be looking into that, starting a fun little video series, kind of documenting how this goes. This is day one. The arena is just about to start, and I'm going to wind up putting up a whole bunch of points for that. So by the end of this series, you'll find out how you wind up getting the points, what you got to do for your own mental stability over the course of the few days. Going to find out how many units and refreshes that you need or to expect. So the arena's about to start, so let's dive right in. So with that, oh no, I'm hoping this doesn't freeze. This would be freeze number 4. Okay, thank goodness. So there we go, 54 rounds. That is all my 6-stars run over the course of the last 2.5, pushing 3 hours. 55 rounds, including 1 5-star. I get to do that only a handful of times. I still have all my 5-stars here, but yeah, right now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go get some food, which I highly encourage anybody who's doing an arena grind to do, is to stay hydrated, stay well fed, and then stay moving too. Because if you stay in one place for too long, you get tired and you start getting fuzzy and start making mistakes. So I'm going to go do something else, and we'll tag back in afterwards. All right, cool. So that's going to wrap up round 31 here in the basic arena. That's adding an extra, I'm going to round up for 2 hours. I'm going to keep it simple, just round up for 2 hours. Adding 2 hours or 2 crashes to the list as well. I'm just going to throw up a team here, just even though I'm not going to run through them right now, at least it's going to keep them on cooldown. I do have a couple teams I could run through as well, but I got stuff I got to do right now too. So I'm going to be live streaming later tonight. That's going to be the next big push. Start burning some boosts and some refreshes for the basic arena, and then go from there. Might do a couple of rounds here and there, but tag back in for that. So far, I mean, I'm feeling pretty okay about all this still. It's still very, very early on. Very early on. So my hypothesis here at this point is that the basic arena is going to feel a lot worse than the featured arena. Featured arena does have a slightly lower cutoff just because Archangel's been around, and so people have him already, so that's been lowering the score a little bit. Odin, on the other hand, is nuts. Plus, it just feels bad running 5-stars, I think. So that's my hypothesis. We'll see how that winds up playing out in the next couple days. Yeah, and we'll see how this goes later tonight. So 5 crashes so far, and counting. So just wound up finishing up the live stream here, the Monday edition of the serial stream. It's a fun stream. Wound up putting up a bunch more points up in the 6-star basic, and as I was just starting to do that, then the 6-stars are coming off, so then it's back over to the 6-star featured. And I think that's how I'm going to wind up doing it for at least the next short while. There we go. Snuck out of that one. Just keeping the 6-stars in the Archangel arena and then the 5-stars in the Odin. At this point right now, there are 2 additional crashes, bringing the total up to, was it 7? I think 7 crashes for the grind here so far. It is currently about 10:30 p.m. so I've been doing this for about 12 hours now. Splitting, between grinding and, normal life, family time, work. I'm still doing pretty good. Still feeling pretty good. Fingers are not sore yet, which is nice. I was getting a little bit loopy before the stream, but the stream helped wake me up a little bit, so that's a big plus. I am starting to refresh and boost in the Odin arena. That one, like I've been saying, I think that one is going to be the biggest problem. So I want to really just keep jumping on that and hoping for the best. Hoping for the best. I'm going to keep going on this for a good while. I don't know when the next entry is going to wind up being, if I'm going to do that in the morning or sometime later tonight. But I'm about ready to start plugging in Netflix, maybe watch some Utopia, maybe watch The Expanse, maybe go back and watch Daredevil again, and you know, keep on going. So we'll see. What I do want to do, I also want to keep track of how much sleep I'm getting, because I think that's a really fair assessment to know going into a featured grind. Now, just because I'm doing a grind just like this, doesn't mean that, you know, your sleep will be any different. But it's how it is for me. It's how it is for me. So, and I'll be recharging my phone. That might be important too. Let's go. All right. Morning, everybody. It's morning of day 2. Still going at it. Stats off the top of my head. Add 3 more disconnects to it, so I think that brings the total up to 10. I have been refreshing champs for the Odin Arena. Grand total of sleep so far is about 3.5 hours. That was not planned. That just wound up working out that way. And, you know, we're still going. I think for day 2, the strategy here is to focus a lot more on refreshes, just to keep up the pace. Just because I know, and in anticipation of a maintenance later tonight. Lucked out, and there's a maximum maybe, 4-hour maintenance. So I'll need a plan around that. Might wind up taking a power nap, just, you know, make good use of time. But kind of that's where I'm sitting at so far. Still doing pretty okay. Still in relatively good spirits. Definitely doing other stuff at the same time too. Went back, watched Joel's stream, been watching a bit of BG. Wound up watching a couple more episodes of Expanse, so keeping my mind fresh, and, you know, getting up, moving around, and eating too. Definitely still recommend doing that. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Day 2 is always the worst, because that's when it feels like it's just never going to end. And, you know, fingers crossed. So many, so many rounds. All right, so afternoon update. It's been rather eventful here, day 2. So not only did I wind up getting called in for extra work, but the power went out here at home. So those 2 things together have kind of thrown being able to do 2 arenas into jeopardy. I'm still gonna try and push the Archangel one. That would be really cool to get the Awakening, but for now my sole focus is going to be getting that 6-star Odin. I wound up crashing about 3 more times, so I think that brings it up to 13, give or take, now. I'm still refreshing, still boosting. I'm currently at about 18 million here, about midway through day 2. So a little bit behind, but still got a lot of ways to go and a lot of time to do it, so fingers crossed. All right, cue the following morning. Wound up having maintenance on Tuesday night, which, you know, is pretty expected. But they said it was going to be a longer one, which worked out quite well. I wound up falling asleep and dozing for the full 4 hours, getting change. Wound up getting up and then carrying on. So it being the last day, currently there are about 26 hours left of the grind, which is plenty, I feel. But definitely have a bit of refreshing here to do, which is going to be the game plan. I'm going to be pushing Odin. Once the 6 stars come off a cooldown, I'm going to be throwing those up towards Archangel right there, and then reassess as soon as I get closer to my goal for Odin. Wound up crashing another 5 times, so that's fun. I am using, let me just jump over here, as an extra strategy. I've got a bunch of these boosts expiring from when I popped open some of the whatchamacallit, solo crystals. So since they're gonna be expiring anyway, I just throw one on right as I start a run and then have at it. You know, help speed things up a little bit. So 26 hours to go. Man, I don't know. Certainly questioning a lot of things, but you know, if nothing else, if I'm able to push and get one of the 6 stars, then, or at least be competitive for one of the 6 stars, then that's the goal. So onward. All right, so at this point, got about 16 hours left in the grind. I'm sitting at about almost 40 million points for Odin, and I'm sitting at about almost 60 million for Archangel. And it's time to be realistic. It's definitely time to be realistic. And I've calculated it that it would take me, well, a significant chunk of time. Enough time. There still is enough time to finish up both arenas. However, I'm going to wind up bouncing from the Archangel one and focus like solely on the Odin arena here. And I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with that for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's going to save me an absolute metric boatload of units. A metric boatload of units. So that's a big plus because there's a lot of cool stuff coming out down the pipes. I mean, we got Null presumably next month. Omega Red is coming to basic soon. We got Silver Centurion, Jabbar. We got a bunch of stuff coming up. Not to mention Cyber Weekend. So I'm okay saving those units. Plus, since Archangel is featured, he's going to be back in arenas in a few months anyway, so I can wake him up again there if I haven't already. I'm okay with that. And to be entirely honest, the way that it breaks down for the 6-star basic here, averaging about 1.5 minutes per round, boosted up to get about 100, low ball, 140,000 points a round. Boosted. Should get this whole thing done with enough time to spare to sleep, to eat, to have some family time, and to not do something other than just grinding arena. This has been a really good experience so far. I'm really happy how this has turned out. I have kind of proven my point to myself that it is possible to do it. I would have needed to go a lot harder on refreshes a lot sooner instead of just playing off of my roster with moderate refreshes. So it is plausible. But, man, this has been a slog. As far as crashes go, I'm adding another 5 to the total. It's gotten to the point now where I can see the crashes coming like 3 rounds, 2-3 rounds ahead of time, so I just wind up refreshing myself and just saving the grief. Units-wise, I've burned through about 4,000 at this point. I wound up taking a half-hour power nap, so my sleep total for the last 2.5 days is about 7 hours. That's another reason I don't mind bailing from Archangel, because I need me my Z's. I got a live stream coming up in a little bit. I'm going to keep going on the Odin Arena here. Man, it's this has been a slog. This has been a slog. Today has been the hardest. It has definitely been the hardest, but we're getting there. We're getting there. All right, so here we go. It is, I've got 90 minutes left. 90 minutes left of the grind. I just wound up hitting the cutoff for round 1. So everything after this is just to keep on pushing, assuming that the score is going to go up and then hopefully get a little extra padding too. So I decided to take the grind mobile, get some fresh air out here for the first time in a little while. Add another 3 crashes to the list, add another 4 hours to sleep, and add another Odin to the overall Odin push. All right, so home stretch, almost there. All right, here we are, guys. It is seconds past the hour. The featured grinds are done. It is done. The results should be out. I was pushing for top 100 Odin. Originally was pushing top 100 for Archangel. Wound up cutting that at 50 mil, so I would be very surprised if I didn't wind up placing top 800 for that. Final score was 71.1 million for Odin, which is about math more than the previous cutoff. I'm feeling like I either got it or I just barely missed. One or the other. Usually the second score winds up going up a little bit. I'm hoping 71.1 mil is enough, but we'll find out. Let's start with Archangel. So, okay, so I'm not mad about that. Just because it says 129 doesn't mean I was close to the cutoff. Just means that most people that are going for him, go for him. So I'm not mad about that at all. Cool, just as I expected. Odin, on the other hand. Oh my goodness, guys. That is such a relief. That is such a relief. That is such a relief. Okay, so as soon as he's out later and come out with the final stats for the grind here. But initially, is it plausible to be able to get top 100 both times? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Is it fun doing it though? No. No, it is not. Alright, I'll be right back. And the loot is out. So let's go ahead and claim that Max Sig Archangel and the loot. I'm not mad at 129. It wasn't close. It's just the way it winds up breaking down. So not mad about that. Get that. And most importantly, yeah, take a screen cap of that. Claim Odin. Man, what a push. What a push. But as this is spinning out, I want to thank you guys for hanging out on the live streams. Thank you guys for watching the video here. It has been a very interesting experiment. We did find out that it is reasonably plausible to do two at once, but it's just not a fun time. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Catch you guys on the next live stream. I am robvonshoe. Give this a quick tap, see what it winds up being. It's a 6-star. Hella. 26, I think. Yep. Oh well. Alright guys, take care. We'll see you next time.